In this video, we are going to be exploring the world of rag rug weaving. Recently, I've been really getting into the world of weaving and repurposing textiles, repurposing fabric scraps, and I have a lot of fabric scraps that I've been saving over the years and recent months. I want to find a way to repurpose them. So, in today's video, we are going to be exploring the world of rag rugs. We are going to start this project off by building a loom. That's right, I am going to put my DIY skills to the test and build my own loom. That'll cost me roughly around maybe $50 all up to make, because I unfortunately cannot afford the Harrisville rug loom that is on my wish list, which runs around $7,000. So I am going to build a simple frame loom that will have two metal bars running along the side to act as a tension device to allow the fabric to weave evenly. Do I look confident here? I think I look confident here. I mean, I probably was feeling confident because ADHD gives me the audacity to think that I can do anything I want. I did have my husband pre-cut the wood pieces for the frame loom, and then I proceeded to assemble it all together without pre-drilling any of the holes, because who has the time for that? Well, apparently I did, because all of my screws were going in at an angle, and I needed to ask Luke for his help to fix all of them. But once Luke had fixed everything that I had already done, basically, he added large screws on each of the sides to reinforce it. I think if you were going to build a smaller loom, you wouldn't necessarily need to reinforce it. But my loom, I was planning on it being 3 by 4 feet. And when it would be stood up, it was getting a little bit wobbly without that extra reinforcement. Then I started to mark out every 1/2 inch along the top and bottom piece of the loom, the 3-foot side. This is going to be the spacing for my warp fabric, all the nails that I will be putting in, and it's going to determine how packed together the rug will be. And after I had marked everything out, I then learned my lesson and pre-drilled all the holes for the nails. But yeah, you can see that my technique needs to be perfected a little bit, because that's definitely not straight. And no, if you were wondering, I definitely did not break at least 3 bits during this process and then have to re-drill them out so I can actually get the nail in. No, not at all. Didn't happen. Okay, the frame is done. It is absolutely ginormous, as you can tell, resting up against that chair. It's definitely going to require a lot more fabric than I thought, but it's going to be the perfect size for what I need. The only thing left that I have to do is to put in 2 metal rods into each side, so that way it keeps the tension of the whole rug and make sure everything is straight. So now that the frame is done, I need to get started on making all of the warp fabric. I only need a little I only need a little over 188 yards. And so I got a head start just to see how well this is going to come together and how much fabric I actually have and how much more I need. So I made a giant ball and started connecting all the pieces. I definitely still need more. I need to measure this out and basically see how much I have, and then continue to put more pieces together and probably cut more pieces. Then once I have 188 yards, I can start warping the loom and then we'll be at the part where things start to get fun and pretty and using all the colorful scrap fabrics. I'm gonna turn on some of my favorite YouTube channels and start cutting and measuring out all this fabric. Okay, all of the warp fabric is cut and attached all together thanks to the wonderful help of Poppy. The warp fabric is just made out of muslin cloth, which is just basically all the scraps that I could find from previous costumes, projects, just all the little bits that tend to take up space and you don't know what you're going to use it for. So I made a slip knot at one end. Was it a slip knot? Might have just been a regular knot. I'm not sure. And then proceeded to wrap it around all the pegs until I got to the end where I made another knot here to secure everything in place. And again, what a helpful little cat. I tell you, she really loves crafting with me. But, I don't think I would do anything without her. She makes it a lot more fun. But it's all done and warped up and ready for the weaving to begin. Now, the actual weaving that I'm doing is called twining. It's a different type of weave because it's not over, under, over, under. You're basically taking two pieces of fabric and wrapping it around each of the other pieces. Yeah, does that make sense? Here's a sped up version so you can see a little bit more how it gets wrapped around, almost kind of like a braid. All right, time for the wrap up. The rug, hello Clover. The rug is done. It is going to live down at the bottom of the stairs in this kind of I don't know, mishmash area, but I really wanted it here so that way when the animals would run downstairs, they'd have something they'd be able to kind of land on or grip onto, because this kind of vinyl flooring is pretty slippery. So I really wanted to have something down here, and I had so much of this scrap fabric that I thought, well, this is going to be the best option. And you can see the kitties love it already. It's super comfortable because the way it's made is the twining way, not like on a loom or, you know, a big loom or anything. It's very squishy and really comfortable to sit on, walk on, and I actually think it's going to hold up better over time because there's more kind of loft on it and just more fabric versus some yarn holding it together like a traditional rag rug. So I think it's going to work really well. The colors are kind of very bright, very out there, but it's what I had all the excess material out of, and it was just fun experimenting to see how everything comes together. If I were to make another one, I might try to be a little more intentional with maybe having like a design of stripes and everything. But again, I was trying to be sustainable and use what I had versus trying to be aesthetic. So I am really pleased with how it turned out. I think I'm going to make some more rugs, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it this way or another way because I have a few different techniques that I might want to explore. But if you sticked around for the whole video, I want to say thank you. Thank you for supporting me. And if you want to see more videos where I try my hand at other crafty mediums or whatever the crafting whim takes me, please feel free to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Meow. Where are you? Meow. Here she comes. Here she is. Hi, baby. Oh, she's a good kitty. She's gonna come get me. Oh my God.